Welcome back to Let's Chat. I'm Nikki Luciano, and tonight we only have Mason, Missy, and Ryan. Unfortunately, Christy couldn't be here with us tonight, so I want to say, hey, Christy, how you doing?
How you
Um,
doing?
I'm
I
not talking to her. She didn't take me.
yeah, hey,
Where is she?
she's in Eau Claire,
Oh,
spending time with her family. They don't get to see her kids as often as they should. Um, are we on?
Yep.
All right. Tonight we are kicking off. I don't know. Do you want to do 4 or 5 or 6 weeks of paranormal?
Mm, I
I'm talking to you.
I was looking at a calendar.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know,
mean,
it's
it's
your
October
podcast.
1st, so why don't we just do the 4
Yeah,
weeks?
why
Because
don't
at
you
least
do
you're
It'd be
going into
5
November.
weeks.
Oh, 5. There's 5 weeks in October.
5
Wednesdays in
Wednesdays in
Nice.
October.
So let's do 5 weeks.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
The whole month of October then.
like a 5 week fright fest.
Yeah.
Um, let's start off with talking about things that have happened in the past. Some of you have read my book, Fire Within Me, and I talk in there about some of the paranormal experiences that my family has had. Um, and it's like everyday occurrences. Um, and it starts usually in like mid-September around here now, and then it goes through the end of November, where we have everything from mysterious black cats that wander. This one particular black cat, and it's a big mother effer. It's like the size of a raccoon, and it just wanders around in my yard, and it's been spotted in my house by my kids, grown adult kids. Um, my son James said one time he was going downstairs to use the bathroom, and I had the downstairs set up for my kids for homeschooling. It was like a classroom with those long tables. And he came upstairs and he was like, Ma, when did we get a cat? And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't have any cats. And he says, well, there's a big mother effing black cat with gold glowing eyes sitting downstairs on the table. So I go downstairs, crucifix in hand, holy water, the whole spiel. And sure as shit, there's paw prints on the table of a cat. Big, big cat prints. And but I looked closely, they were like muddy paw prints, and there was like little tiny ants of some kind or some kind of an insect. And I thought maybe it got in through the screen, so I'm checking the screen window, and it's fully intact. Nothing was wrong with it. What else happens around here, Missy?
I have a hard time keeping track of your house. I'm trying to keep track of mine.
Okay,
I
well,
have
let's
so
get
much-
into what Missy has experienced recently.
Oh God. What was that, like a week ago?
Mhm.
I was sitting there watching my TV show, eating snacks because the kids were asleep.
Yeah.
And the cat's asleep, Tanner's asleep. I'm alone, so I can eat and watch my show. And I'm sitting there in the living room, and then in the dining room, I've got the kids like little table and chairs set up for them to eat at.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the metal chair picked up off the floor and flew into my living room.
Oh, it's like a square card table with the chairs around it.
Yeah,
And this one's made for kids.
that's a Paw Patrol one.
Yeah. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol.
And then Friday morning, we were sending Tanner off to work, and we heard somebody trying to get in my front screen door. And it's a
Mhm.
big metal, heavy duty door. And I heard them jiggling the handle, but that's locked.
Yeah.
So I ran to the window because I'm not going to be the stupid white girl that dies by
Opening
opening
it.
the door.
hello?
Who's there? And I'm not letting anything in.
Yeah.
So I went to the window and I looked, there's nobody there.
Wow.
There's nobody in the driveway. There's nobody down the street. There's nobody anywhere.
See, that is so cool to me.
And then what was the other thing? Oh, we were camping out in the living room Saturday night. Sunday morning, 3:00 in the morning, my smoke detector right above where Lyric was sleeping just starts screaming. 3:00 in the morning. Nobody's up.
It's always 3:00 in the morning. Do you ever notice that?
Somewhere between
That's
2
the
and 4
witching
is
hour.
when it gets me.
Yeah, it's never 3 in the afternoon.
No.
No.
And then we're like, okay, whatever. That was just weird. And the kids camped down in the living room on the couch again Sunday night because they're having a rough night. Same, Lyric is sleeping in the same spot. Come downstairs to get everybody ready for school on Monday morning, and Lyric is just covered in blood.
Yeah.
Just blood everywhere.
Yeah, I seen the picture.
All over her pillow, blanket, couch, it was.
Well, explain to our listeners that, or listener at the time, there's only one person listening right now. What caused the bloody nose?
No idea.
I mean, okay, I gave it away. I killed it. Never mind.
It was a bloody nose, and there was just a little trickle, like from her nose down her lip, just a little trickle, but it doesn't add up to how much blood. You would think that she would have had blood all over her face.
Yeah.
She
Like
had
she
it like
tore
on
her
her
artery.
arms and stuff, but there was only one little drip down her nose.
Well, what got me was the pillowcase. The blood stain on the pillowcase looked like
There's
a
a face
demon.
in it. Yes,
Yeah,
there's
it looked like a
face in
demon.
it.
Ugh.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh.
show him.
I didn't even know she was bleeding out of
Who
you.
I'll-
was blood?
I don't mind blood. I just
Well, it was
don't
just
like.
on the pillow.
Well, while she shows Ryan the picture of the blood stain on the pillowcase, I promised my daughter
God.
Haley that I would tell
Yeah.
the story.
Looks like a guy with like a mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It looks
If you
like a
turn
bear.
it, yeah, like there's
Winnie
eyes.
the
It
Pooh.
kind of
nose,
looks
and a
like a
mouth.
demon peeking out of the pillow.
I don't know. What'd she do?
I see.
Looks
Winnie
like she
the Pooh.
tore an artery
You see
off.
Winnie the Pooh?
Can you spare some honey?
So, anybody that knows me knows that I've got a lot of Halloween decorations. I've been distributing it all out to my kids because I'm trying to just get rid of some of it. It's so much to try to store.
Throw some my way.
So I've got a 6 foot tall Pennywise and a 5 foot nun from the movie The Nun. Well, the nun always like creeped me out for some reason. I don't know. And she talks, it's an animatronic, and she does the witch cantation where she's like, rubble double, toil and trouble, cauldron boil and cauldron bubble. And she's holding a book, and it's a nun. And it just, I don't know, it just, something about it just really creeped me out. So I promised my grandson, who's 11 now, for his birthday that he could have the nun, because he's really into Halloween. Anything Halloween, my God, this kid's room is just decorated and everything Halloween. So I give him the nun. He takes it home and he sets it up with, what's the name of that clown that he's got set up in his room, that animatronic? It's one of the new clowns that's out.
Art the Clown? Is it
Yeah.
the one in black and white?
I
No.
think
It's not Art the Clown one.
Art the
Oh.
Clown's black and white.
Yeah, but his isn't black and white.
Oh, I thought he said that's what he had. Anyway, so picture of life-size clown, a life-size nun, and then he's got Winifred from Hocus Pocus. So he shares a room with his 2 younger brothers, and these poor kids. The youngest one is what, 5?
Mhm.
And he's got to go to sleep with the nun staring at him and shit.
Yeah, I was
you know?
gonna say I don't know how he'd do that.
But they've been handling it really well. 2 days ago, I'm talking to Haley on the phone. She goes, "Yeah, thanks a lot for that damn nun." And I was like, "Why? What's going on?" She says, "I went upstairs to get the boys up for school, and I opened the door, and she got one of those, because she sees 2 people, figures standing there staring at the door." She forgot about the fact that I gave, Dallas the nun and the clown. So that's fine. I got a giggle out of that. She was scared. But then I don't know if she said it was yesterday or today. No, wait, I got to backtrack again. The same day, while her boys were at school, she hears something thud against the door. And at first she was like, yeah, I was that dumb little white girl. I was like, I should go up there and check and see what it is. And then in the same breath, she went, fuck that. I'm not going up there. She says, that's when the killer comes, you know? So she sat downstairs and avoided upstairs all day long until the boys came home from school. We still don't know what the thud was. But then I think it was today that she was talking about, she says, I went upstairs for something and the nun, it just felt like she was real and she was staring at me. She says, and I'm picking up on like demonic vibes. She says that thing has to be like haunted or there's like, I don't know, possession.
Never accept a gift from you.
Why?
There's ties.
No, not me.
What demon goes with it? What spirit's with it?
Says the guy
Kinda
who
like a
gives
Cracker
me
Jack
a
box.
headless clown and he hides it in my house and tries to scare me with it. I was like, oh, cool.
It does
Where did
clown.
that come from?
She kept it as decoration.
It's
Yeah, he's
somewhere.
up there on my desk. Then today I'm sitting here and I've got cameras throughout the house for my my ghost hunting stuff. And Mason's dog, it's a white German Shepherd. How old is she now?
8.
8.
And
And her whole rear half of her body is paralyzed. She can't move the rear half of her body. She sure knows how to maneuver it around though, because she gets from one end of that family room down there to the other. But so I hear her and she's downstairs and I hear her growling and growling and growling all day long. Finally, I was like, okay, this dog has a problem. So I turn on the camera on my phone and I'm looking to see what she's growling at. She's facing the fireplace and she's growling up towards the ceiling. And then I don't know what the hell it was, if there was some kind of like Wi-Fi interference or what it was, but I hear a demonic voice. I can't understand what it's saying, but at first I was like, it was just her grumbling, but I heard her growling and this thing was talking over her. And it sounded like, if I'd have to guess, I'd have to say Latin. And she was very upset with it. And she would like turned and looked towards where the voice was coming from. So she heard it too. We also had phantom doorbells ringing today. My Ring doorbell doesn't even work. And all of a sudden the chime in the kitchen, because I have to change the battery in the Ring doorbell, the chime is telling me there's somebody at the door, and I go out there and there's nobody there. But I've learned over the years, don't open the door. Just open the inside door and look out through the storm door, because if you open the door, you let them in.
And they can't get through a storm door?
I was gonna say, ghosts can't go through doors.
I don't know.
I know they can. I saw that. Well, that one night, I called you the next morning,
Mhm.
but I was laying on my bed and I've got that stupid cutout where my door is,
Yeah,
like next to my door.
yeah.
So it's
It's
blind
set
spot?
back. Yeah, yeah.
It's a blind spot. And all of a sudden, out of my door, there's this black figure emerging from the crack of the door, and then it came into the room. My door's closed. Because I figured, nope, stay out. Nope, they can get in.
Well, I sent a picture to Bill. He even looked at it, of that figure that was standing between your Suburban and my garage, right out by the front door
Mhm.
last year.
Yeah.
And it was this time of year again, you know?
Sorry, I was just making sure Delilah's not listening.
Oh, yeah. Do not turn on Granny's radio
I
show.
warned her, and I just had to text Tanner.
Hi, Desi. She's on. That's probably my. Oh, there's 3 people listening. Are any of them you two? No? Okay. Well, welcome to anybody that is listening. I'm going to be sharing this to YouTube tomorrow if I remember, so that anybody that didn't get a chance to listen can. What about you guys? Have you had anything going on at your place?
I haven't been home much.
No, I was the same. I think we had some stuff after Yaya's passing, but after that, it kind of mellowed down.
Yeah, she made her presents.
She made her
very
presents, and I think she went somewhere else.
I think she's
Wow.
still laughing at the reactions she got, but it's about it.
Yaya is my mother.
Yeah, because we had
That's what my kids all called her.
the TV in the living room going on and off in the middle of the night. Then
The
I walked out there once because it was like when we turn our TV down. I don't do this, but Mason does. He turns it all the way down to 0,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
shuts
and then
the
I
TV
mute it,
off.
and then I turn the TV
That's
off.
what I do.
Oh, it's
But
Christy.
I woke up to like
Hi, Christy.
this loud. Wasn't even someone talking; it was just a sound.
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's weird." And then like I looked down the hall and I could see like light coming down the hall, and I was like, "All right, I'm sleeping."
And
And
then
then
melted into the
as soon as I
basement.
thought of it, it just went. It was dark again, so I
Mhm.
just assumed, okay, not sure what that was, but
Yeah.
no, it's an intruder.
I'm going back to
I'm
bed.
in the back room. And then it went on again, and then I was like, okay, maybe something like, because like a year ago when we first moved in there was a big storm and our living room flooded a little bit into it. So I was like, well, maybe something, like maybe water's coming in again and like messing with the cords and stuff. So I
Yeah.
should probably get in there to like lift everything up. Because last time we had to like lift up the TV and get stuff out of the way.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay. And then I went out there and it was just on. But then I thought I saw someone standing there. But I thought it was Mason, even though I just went by him. I'm not really that great when I wake up.
Yeah.
I like walked down and I'm like, I think I said something. I was like, what are you doing out here? Like,
Yeah.
can you, like, why, first of all, why is it so loud? Because it was like full volume. Like,
Mhm.
why is it so loud? We have neighbors. What are you doing out here? There's a TV in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then I like turned around and went back down the hallway and then like looked into the bedroom and saw Mason was sleeping
Because
there.
you're still like half asleep
Yeah.
when you're going through
And I
all
was
this.
like pissed. I was like, whatever,
Mhm.
fine. Be an idiot. And I went
Yeah.
back down the hall and I looked and Mason was laying there and I was like, huh.
How'd you get in here before me?
How you do that?
I still can't figure out what that one was. And then the
Yeah.
other one was the night. Well, so the night before we came here, we were like both of us were taking separate showers. But then when I walked in to like get ready to brush my teeth and stuff, in the like the steam of the shower on the mirror, it said like hi.
That was the day
Before
before
we
her
came.
burial.
I thought it was the day of.
I don't
And that's
remember.
weird because then right
That
after
day-
she
We
passed,
came
After?
here the next. It was the 2 days before we came here, and we found out you had the same thing.
yeah,
Oh yeah, because mom's was when we came home from the burial.
yeah.
Yeah, ours was a couple days before because I remember we
Well,
were like, huh. And then
Yaya
we
and
came
I
here.
made a pact from the time I was 2 years old, because from the time I was 2 years old, I've always been obsessed with death for some reason. I always wondered, what would happen to my parents if I died.
Mm.
I wondered what would happen to me if they died. I wondered what happens to people when they die. Do they, can they still feel things, And I would sit there with a mirror and close my eyes and try to picture what I would look like if I died. So my mom says, I'll tell you what, if there is life after death, I promise, if I can write on your bathroom mirror, I will write on your mirror. If I can write on, a wall, I'll write on a wall. I was like, great, now I got to clean it,
Yeah.
I didn't
Um,
make that promise with her.
Yeah.
Leave
But-
the pictures alone.
She said, if I can manipulate electronics, I will. If I can, anything that I can do, I will do. And you will know it's me.
Gee, thanks.
So then right after we buried her, I've got 5 mirrors in my foyer, one for each of my sons. I've got 3 mirrors, they're arched, that are in the living room. That's one for each of my daughters.
Mom, that wasn't after her burial. That was after her funeral.
Oh,
Was it?
Yeah, that was after because I came home with you,
I can't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
what it was.
and I didn't come home after the burial because
Oh,
I was.
you
I
went
was.
to
I
Minnesota.
I was sitting there and I'm like looking at the mirrors, and Mom and I are looking at the mirrors at the same time. We're like
because we had just polished them, and
we're sitting there,
mine
like,
have to be meticulous.
bobbing and weaving. Like, are you seeing that? And I'm like that where it says hi.
And it said it on all 3 mirrors high. Now that was just too coincidental.
Yeah, she's like, in case you didn't get the message the first time or the second, here's a third.
Yeah. But go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, that
you.
was the whole thing. Was that it was weird because we both saw it and we were like, oh, it's
Been working with Dad too long.
which was weird because we were like, well, I said something. I think I said was like, Mason, did you write hi on the mirror? And he was like, no. And we were just like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe like we had someone over and they just did that as a joke.
Yeah.
And then
We
we
don't
were,
have people over.
yeah, which we didn't. Once again, didn't get to that conclusion.
Oh no, that's just saying that my
Okay. You're still on.
And then we did the whole, but then we came here and you guys were talking about how you had it, and we were like, huh, weird. We had the exact same thing.
I have a picture of it somewhere.
I have a picture of the ones on
think-
mom's
I
too.
thought I did.
well,
I just don't remember.
You said
Mason. Oh wait, you probably can't see it right now. You know how I got the plexiglass on the railing so that Willow doesn't go down the stairs and die. There are paw prints of a big dog. It would have to be the size of Goliath or Felicity. Paw prints going sideways across the plexiglass. And there's a really deranged looking handprint, but it looks like a child's. So I'll let you check that out later.
Will she be gone? Oh, there she is. There's the funeral.
The one other thing that I forgot to tell you guys about Haley is she put the kids to bed tonight. And Dalton, you know, her youngest, he's 5. He was all the way asleep, but she heard a noise and she went upstairs and looked into the room. And Dalton is sitting in front of the nun, sound asleep, staring at her with his eyes wide open.
None and the kid would be outside.
Yeah. None,
I said that was
none
so
and
cool.
the kid who's responsible.
Yeah.
But
Well, I forgot to, oh yeah, I told you.
What?
The night that Lyric had the bloody nose before I went to bed,
Yeah.
I noticed that, oh no, it was the next morning. I noticed my Raggedy Ann doll, my kids call her Annabelle,
yeah,
was moved on top of my hutch.
yep, you told me
And
about
nobody
that.
can get to it without, like a ladder or something.
Yep.
And the kids can't touch it, but she was moved like 2 feet over.
Random things have been moving in my house lately, but I don't give into it. I put it back and I say, do you mind? I put it there. I want it there,
Yeah.
but then I turn around and something else has moved.
Yeah, the only reason I noticed is because I had to get something off the top of the hutch, and I was like, "Wait," I'm talking to the doll. I'm like, "What are you doing over there?" I'm like, "Okay," and I just went about my day. And
See, that's why I was kind of hoping that Christy could be here tonight because
That's not-
she's
I don't have that
an
picture.
outside,
It's a-
an outsider in the beginning. And she spent the night here and she heard like people singing church music. And it was really weird because back then I had a player piano and an old church organ. They were both antiques. And the church organ would play by itself at night.
Huh.
Ryan's just sitting there like, huh,
Well, I was trying to find that picture, but it's not. I can't find it.
which picture?
of the
The-
high on the mirror.
Yeah, because I remember
Oh.
taking it. Oh, did I send it to you? I may have sent it to you.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, it is.
What is it?
Yaya's
It's
casket
Yaya's
with the
casket
flowers.
in the
Oh.
ground.
From back there, my brain wasn't wrapping around it, so it looked like a demented like Christmas decoration on the
I
door
guess
at
I
first. I'm
didn't.
like, that doesn't look right.
That's it.
It's off.
I guess I didn't send it. I can't find it.
Also, Christy, when she was hanging out with Sarah, they were waiting outside in the car for Jimmy and Vinny, my sons, to come out. And they both saw, it was nighttime, so it was dark out, but we had the light on inside the family room. And they both saw somebody kneeling outside of my family room window praying.
No thanks.
No,
Did I ever
Pass.
tell you about the
Brandon, love to
3
chat.
shadow people out on the, well, it's a patch of grass and it's a hill in front of my house. It's like, what, a half an acre? And it's got trees on it. There were 3 last year at this time, there were 3 shadow men standing up on the hill looking down at the house.
Yeah, none of you are invited to my house.
But it was like they were like I could make out the form and they were like from like the old west. You know what I mean? With the hat with the brim on it and like a drover type coat garb. I don't know what you want to call it. What the hell was that?
Willow trying to get out.
Oh, let her out. She wants to just go lay out on my couch. Willow, go. Okay. Now she's not going to. She's the type of dog you have to do it when she's in the mood.
So this
What's that?
Oh yeah,
Picture.
there's pictures of the high.
the high on your mirror.
Huh.
But then if you
Um,
look at it, because I took it without the the flash on,
Uh-huh.
and it just looks like a bunch of crosses on the mirror.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, you see it. That's how ours was written out. I don't know where that picture went.
can you go on where I advertised on Facebook for tonight? Tune in tonight, blah blah blah, and post it in the comments, a picture, and
Yeah.
then anybody that's listening can look at.
Yeah, none of you are invited anymore.
Oh,
Right on invited.
Oh,
us from
there
his
it
house.
is.
Oh yeah.
It's written out the same way too.
Mhm.
Okay, post that on tonight's thing too.
How do
Christy
I
says,
lost-
it
"Yep."
was backwards too.
Yeah,
like it
ours
was
was
written from
backwards,
inside
like
the
it was-
mirror.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
freaking cool. Because that kind of goes with what I was telling you.
And that's what confused me because I'm like, oh, who? If I wrote it or if Mason wrote it, why do we write it backwards?
Do you remember me telling you about that, Mason? That when I was little, I always used to think that our reflections were like another dimension.
Mm-hmm. I'm afraid of mirrors.
Yeah.
I sent it to you.
Christy
I don't know if
said,
you're on it already.
"Yep." I was like, "Let's get the show on the road and away from this."
Yeah, no, I never noticed any paranormal things until this family.
Well, Jimmy, this room here that we're in now, this half of it used to be his bedroom, and I'm out there doing dishes, and Jimmy's in his room listening to music or doing whatever, watching TV. All of a sudden, he comes out and he goes, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, what?"
I do that all the time.
And he goes, "What did you want? I heard you call me." I said, "I didn't fucking call you." And so he goes back in his room. This happened like 3 or 4 times. And finally, he got so mad, he went out and sat in the driveway in his truck, and he's got the radio playing. He's smoking a cigarette. All of a sudden, he comes slamming in the house, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on around here?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Whoever was knocking on my door is out there knocking on my truck now, telling me, 'James, open the door. Let me in.'"
Yeah, no. I answer. I always think someone's calling for me.
Well, that's a mimic.
Uh-huh.
Look at the snap notification he's got.
What is it?
His brother or somebody is a suggested
Follow
friend
Yeah.
suggested.
Oh. Are we doing a show or are we doing TikTok?
It wasn't
I'm
TikTok, it was Snapchat. But
Oh,
yes,
okay,
we're doing a show.
Snapchat.
You were talking.
no, I
I was seeing the pictures for you.
no. Well, do you think? I guess do you?
What now?
It's a video of when Tony
The
fell
video
behind
of
the
when
car.
Tony fell behind my car when I slid down the road.
When I,
Yeah.
yeah, but
I gotta watch that one later.
I don't know. It goes back and forth because we were just talking about this with the new house. I was talking to Mason how I want to have like a priest go through it before we move in. And
I don't
like
want to
just-
stir it up.
yeah, and be
They're
like,
laying dormant
well,
in the.
that's what he said.
woodwork.
Because I was like, well, I want like them to go and be like,
All of
oh,
a sudden they're just like,
like
Who's
prote-
here?
yeah,
Why don't we just do like we did for your apartment and come through with the equipment and see if we pick up on anything before, why set out mouse
But-
traps if you don't have mice?
I was gonna say before what? The apartment was one thing. That was a rental.
Yeah.
This is a mortgage. There's no choice.
We can do it before we move anything in.
Ryan's like,
Well, you do realize, I should say, let me rephrase
Ooh.
that.
Construction stirs everything up.
Not
too.
only construction stirs things up,
moving
but
things.
no matter where we move, it comes with us.
that, but also before we even move in, we're ripping out the carpet, replacing floors, we're painting all the walls, painting cabinets.
You are so lucky. I wish you would set up cameras around the new condo so that you can catch all the activity.
Yeah, till one mother effer writes on one of my patio
Yeah.
doors.
You want to borrow one of my tape recorders so you can set it up and see if you can hear
No.
anybody
No,
talking?
thank you.
No thanks.
Oh, you're no fun.
Pass.
Mia and I were
I also
just
don't want
having
to
this,
sit there and listen to an 8-hour recording.
Mia and I were just
You
having
listen
this
to it in,
conversation.
in bouts.
Because she's like, Mom, she calls me today about a different situation. She goes, oh yeah, by the way, when I come over, we're throwing away all your crystals, your amethyst, we're throwing away everything.
Why?
And I said, why? She's like, because it conducts
Energy.
spiritual energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
kind of what the yeah.
And I said, okay. And she's like, well, the Catholics believe. I said, I'm not bringing it into my house for like black magic rituals. I'm bringing it in because I think it's pretty.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have crystals hanging in all my windows is because I like the light refraction and how it makes like, oh, a rainbow, or oh, look at that. My ceiling is rainbow polka dots or whatever.
Well, I've
I've got that disco ball there that when the sun starts
Mm-hmm.
going down here,
Mhm.
it's just the whole ceiling has all these.
Yeah, I've got a couple disco balls in my house.
Yeah, I just
You guys decorate like you're in a frat house.
I like the
Next thing you know, she's gonna have a Saturdays
For the boys, that's what I was
poster
thinking
above her
of.
couch.
The flag of Saturdays are for the
Yeah.
boys
no. I just like pretty colors.
in a keg.
I think I'm like a
We have a
cat though, 'cause I
kegerator.
like the
Well, every time I go to my mom's grave, I take her these strings of crystals that Missy makes. And when you go there at the right time of the day, the crystals refract light, and there's like
a
pretty
light show.
colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a miniature Northern Lights show.
and that's why I made one for everybody for like at the burial is because Yaya always had
I didn't get one.
well, I meant like
Well,
I made it
Yaya
for,
didn't have crystals until you and I started giving them to her.
yeah.
You made it
I
for
made
the
it for the
siblings.
siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Yaya's kids.
Mhm.
I can make you one anytime. I go home and make you one tonight. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All I gotta say is
She'll do anything but her homework.
I was gonna say,
Everybody
everybody my
better
discussion
hope-
board and I'll make you a crystal.
everybody better hope that when I go up there to visit my mother this weekend, that because I want to see her new headstone because I didn't get to see it yet.
Oh, it's put up.
And
been up
if
for a while.
one of my crystals or my shepherd's hooks are out of place, say goodbye to the headstone.
Womp womp.
Oh, we're.
So help me, Jesus, because I won't mess with nothing that you lay. Don't mess with mine.
I should make some more for up there.
Well, I remember we left a crystal hanging on one of them.
Yep.
When we left,
I think it,
I'm curious.
there's
if
one of
that's
them that
still
I
there.
made, right? That we left up there.
Yeah, I'm curious if it's still there.
Mhm.
I'm guessing
Should
it
take
is.
pictures
You
of how
tied.
you leave it.
You tied it pretty tight to that. So I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think
going to
it-
be taking more crystals up there this weekend.
I have more shepherd's hooks, those smaller
Yeah.
shepherd's hooks that we can.
Well, it's
take up there.
October. We got to decorate her for Halloween.
Yeah.
Put a little,
Well,
little
I've
candy
got-
dish
I'm
on
taking
the headstone.
I'm taking hydrangeas, a blue one for my grandma Rose. It looks like blue popcorn balls, and then I've got one in pink for my mom. They're what?
Hydrangeas are so ugly.
They're not ugly. I think they're beautiful.
They're disgusting. It looks like a popcorn puff.
I think they're beautiful.
I gotta.
That's
see
I just
my
don't like how
favorite color.
fragile
I mean,
they
my
are.
favorite flower.
I just don't like how fragile they are because a good rain can.
I keep
ruin the
thinking of that flower that comes out as little hearts.
Oh, the
Bleeding Hearts?
That's
Yeah.
what I got mom
Yeah,
for
I've
Mother's
got.
Day.
Yeah,
They
we
don't
still
look like
haven't planted
popcorn
them yet,
balls.
Missy, and we got to get those done.
Mine are
before
still
the
in
end
a
of-
planter. Well, no, I'd wait.
Why?
Too late in the season now.
No, you can plant them in the fall.
Oh,
Yeah, at my funeral, I want nothing but hydrangeas and red and pink roses
mm.
and carnations. There, I put it out there.
Solid black. That's all I want.
No
Just
black.
I want black flowers.
I want a black casket if I can't get purple.
Mm.
Black with a
Well, like
either.
this is like a purple pink.
It's a light purple.
I don't like the light purple.
You want like the dark royal purple.
The amethyst purple, yeah.
Okay.
But
Write that down. Write that down.
if nothing
know.
else, a black casket with either purple velvet lining or red, because those are my two colors.
Just black. Everything just needs to be black.
No, because then if you have dandruff, it shows up on the, the pillow.
See, I won't care at that point if it just needs all be
dead.
black.
Yeah.
You won't have dandruff.
How do you know?
Because you won't.
See, we gotta make it really gaudy, all black with like the black veils over everyone's heads as they come in.
I would love to go to a funeral where like they have the veils.
That's
Because
what
you're
I'd
so
have. If
creepy.
anything ever
That's what
happens
I
to
always
Dad.
had at funerals. I mean, Yaya's funeral was like the first one where I didn't see somebody in one of those.
I was watching the show today, and this lady, like her kid died,
Mm.
got killed, and she walked around with a veil on for like a
Yeah,
month.
when I would
She's
go
like,
to,
you're asking a lot
I mean, I
for
haven't
mother
been to
in
that many
mourning."
funerals, but the ones I went to, it was always like the spouse or the mother
Yeah.
or what had like a black veil over their face,
Yeah.
and everyone wore black.
So tell me this: if you died tomorrow, you want open casket or closed?
I don't care. I'm not in there.
Well, are you going to be embalmed and everything?
I don't care. I'm not in there.
yeah,
Mm.
I don't have a
This
preference.
is just a tool.
If it's open, well, I don't want a casket, period. But if it's open, I need to be embalmed because I'm not gonna go
I'm not
down.
gonna
Well,
be all
yeah, they
stanky.
won't. They can't.
I'm not
by
going down
law.
looking
Well,
all
yeah, they can.
natural.
No, I mean, you cannot have open casket
No.
and
unless
not
you're
be
embalmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
But
mind.
we could
the-
do the viewing before the funeral, but it was an extra like $300.
Yeah.
Well, you can't open the casket if they aren't involved.
Nope.
They were gonna open Yaya's so
Yeah,
so we
for,
could see it.
$375
Yeah,
so that
that's what I
just
just
the
said.
siblings
Could
can
see her.
view her.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah.
I have to be involved. But
Yeah.
If I'm doing open casket, please make me involved.
Yeah.
I feel
I wanna look
open
good.
casket for me because everybody needs closure. Like, even though I know my mom died, I don't believe she's in there.
I mean, open casket unless I get like mauled or mangled up somehow, and
They
it's just
can-
gonna be more traumatic
Yeah.
seeing it.
If they can fix it, then you can still have.
I
There's a lot that I follow a lot of morticians and stuff, and like
do you ever see the
You'd
one with the
be-
bright red lipstick?
yeah.
Yeah, that's who I follow.
you'd be surprised how many car accident victims that died that have to have closed casket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot
Because
of them do.
there's they
well,
can't-
yeah, if you're
I
decapitated.
think it's better
and-
for the viewing
Well,
and
even-
closure.
like if their face is like cut open and stuff, they can't fix that.
They can fix quite a bit nowadays.
I'll
Mm.
settle for open casket, but afterwards, just put me in the oven.
Even the morticians
Mm-mm.
say because they can't like stitch it shut,
No,
and you put makeup on a fresh wound,
You
you're
can't
still
cover
going to
it.
see a fresh wound. There's many different scenarios where
and
they
once you
can't
go,
do
it's no
anything.
longer repairing itself.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just-
decay.
It's going to start decaying right away. So
Well, pay the extra bucks and make sure that they open it, and you can see
Mm.
that I'm in there.
Yep, she's in there.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, that's why half the people are going to come to my funeral, just to make sure that
Just
bitch is
crack it
really
open.
gone.
Yep, she's in there.
Where'd Mason go?
Laundry, I think.
Laundry,
Oh,
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, I've had everything. I've had Yaya's was the first funeral I've ever been to that it was a closed casket.
Hmm.
Most of them have been open caskets. Some of them have been like cremation. The cremation ones I find weird because you're just sitting there and you're like in
Looking at
this
the
church and it's
jar.
just
A jar.
and you're like, oh, there's
Yeah.
Aunt Tammy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
I think that one's harder because it's just like
See, I've been to open and I've been to closed.
Yaya's was the first closed one.
I
I've ever
did.
been to.
I'm not a fan of open casket ones.
I'm not either. I don't like the last image of that person being them in a casket.
well, I know when Auntie Mona died, they embalmed her and they like overfilled her because she looked like she was about 50 pounds heavier than what she was.
Mhm.
And she was like, she had a green hue to her, which was
Yeah.
like a real,
And-
like olive
So
green.
they used the wrong embalming stuff on her. Is
Oh.
what it is.
and that's what goes
'Cause
back
that
and forth.
mortician-
She looked bloated and like,
Yeah,
and-
she probably has PMS right
they
now.
that-
used the wrong
That
one.
goes back and forth. It's like I don't. The other thing is like I don't like I don't like seeing like that loved one in a casket being the last time I see them. Second of all, they never make them look how they looked in real
Oh, I
life,
know.
ever.
When I went to that
So you sit
one-
there and you're like, she never did her hair that way. She would have never worn clothes like that.
Yeah.
when I went to that one funeral, the one you came with me, where the Dell's car accident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he was just sleeping. Like it was creepy.
But
Oh, I
people-
hate that. If
Yeah.
if anybody at my funeral says, "Oh, she looks so natural," punch them in the throat.
No, like whoever did his work, kudos, because
She
it
wants giant
literally,
black wings.
yeah, it literally looked just like him, and he was just.
Have
Some-
you
waiting to
ever
do it.
lost
Some are.
anybody really close to you that had an open casket? Really close to you?
The closest I've lost was like last year, Aunt Joan, but she wasn't my aunt. She was my dad's aunt. I just called her that because I knew her so well. But she did not look the same in her casket at all. She had like she had like these like whatever it's called that you do on your eyelids.
Mhm,
They did that for her, and
Eyeshadow?
I stood there and I was like, well, she never wore that.
mhm.
Then they had like this bright pink lipstick on her, and I'm like, well, she never wore that.
Yeah.
And they had her in like this gaudy looking dress that had flowers on it. And I was like, well, she hated flowers, so she would have never worn that.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
just like, well, that's weird.
Imposter, that's not
Yeah.
you.
When my grandma Rose passed, everybody in the whole funeral gasped because I leaned down and I kissed her on the forehead.
yeah, I won't touch them either. That's
I was holding her
I was gonna say
hand.
I can't.
Same with when Aunt Mona died. I kissed her on the forehead. When my stepdad's mom, Grandma Marie, passed, I kissed her on the forehead.
She's alive.
What?
We
The
watched,
movie we were watching those scary movie, like those spoof movies.
Mhm.
and it was this funeral, and the lady, some lady's like, oh, I wish she was alive. And the guy's like, she's alive, and jumps on the casket. He's like, she's alive.
Starts doing CPR.
Oh.
Rips
Yeah.
the charge out of the wall.
Everybody's like, when they're embalmed, you're not supposed to touch their skin because it absorbs into you. And
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
bullshit.
I've ever touched anybody who's in the casket. Well, but my family also has this lovely trend of taking pictures of people in their caskets and keeping them.
I did from my mom.
We have
No, of the
we,
people in the
Oh,
casket.
not
yeah,
in the
we have
casket.
scrapbooks of like
casket pictures.
that of
Yeah.
like just someone who took a picture of them.
That's fine.
Like, I think it's weird. I mean, we have like a family scrapbook of like, here's your
Look at what Victorian people used
Here's
to
your
do.
great,
They used
great,
to
great,
prop
great,
them
great
up with their eyes
grandfather.
open.
there's some cultures in Africa that do that now.
Yeah.
They keep the body forever and they pull it out once a year and
Oh.
give it a little party and
Like
put it
the
back in
anniversary
closet.
cake off of your wedding.
I just saw
Yeah.
I just saw a video on Facebook of it. Apparently it's like they keep them in like a dry storage and like they're
Mhm.
all black and really just
Oh.
looks gross, and they put them in like their favorite clothes and they like dance them out in the street and then they put them back in the closet for another year. It's like a Day of the Dead thing, but
Yeah.
that's not wrong group.
Yep.
What about, I've seen quite a few, and it's usually the black culture, that they prop them up on like a king's throne and
Yeah.
they're dressed in like a gold
Mhm.
lame suit and
Yep.
he's wearing a crown on his head.
They do
And-
it for grandmas too.
Yeah, that's weird.
And they're all just like partying and dancing around, and it's like,
That's weird.
Okay.
I mean, it goes back and forth. It's like, well, don't want to. Sounds terrible. Don't want to touch you. Don't want to see you.
See you.
But then, like when they get lowered, and you're like, oh well, I don't get to see them again now.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yep.
Like there isn't a, while they're being prepared, you can like just be like, oh, well, I'm going to see them Friday.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of like, well, no, I can't. I'm never going to see
Ever
them unless
see
I'm going to just dig them up.
I've decided I don't want to be embalmed. I don't want to be like open casket. I'm going to be stuffed and mounted and put in Mason and Ryan's living room.
She's taxidermy. Mrs. gonna be taxidermied.
In your living room, though. It's
Yeah.
going to be in my will, so you have to do it.
Hey,
how
Missy.
about those old
Look at her
ladies?
fuse.
How about those old
We'll send you
ladies
back to
that
Tanner.
have their dogs stuffed and mounted,
Yeah.
and it's standing over in the corner, and they're like, "Oh, you can pet Fluffy." No, every time you do, handfuls of hair come
We're-
out. You know,
We'll
There's
send-
people that make like stuffed animals. Like you send them your animal's fur and they'll make a
Mhm.
stuffed animal out of your
Yeah.
animal's
that
fur.
is
that.
disgusting.
And then they'll put some of the ashes in the stuffed animal.
I'm gonna send you back to. I'm gonna have you like stuffed in the sitting position and send you back to Tanner so that when he comes to the
I'll
door, he'll
just
be like,
want you.
Missy, where's the cups?
Yeah.
And every time you walk by, Missy, where's this? And
Or the
I'll be
kids
like,
can walk past
Yep.
Tanner to come talk to me.
Yep. Mom. And I'll be like, it's like she never left.
Yeah.
I swore the whole time I was raising my 8 kids that if I died, that they'd come and knock on my headstone and be like, "Mom, where's my baseball glove? Did you do laundry this week? What's
me to
for
Build-A-Bear
dinner?
so I can get one of those voice boxes in so they can squeeze my hand and
I'm
like
just
have a
gonna
different
have-
recording.
I'm just gonna have the recording say no.
Go sit down.
Ask your father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk past your dad to ask me. Yeah. I'm going to Build-A-Bear. I'm going to get my voice box made right away.
There you go.
Turn me into animatronic.
I'm-
Speaking of voices,
Uh-oh.
so Dad leaves for work today, right? At 7:00. And I'm sitting on the couch and I've got pillows propped behind my back and I'm like watching Life with Jim because I'm that freaking bored.
I've been watching that show too.
A commercial comes on and I'm like, I'm nodding off. I ain't gonna lie. My eyes were closed and I was like, bitch, I am tired. With all the schoolwork and everything else going on right now. So I was dozing off, but I heard the commercial and it was like, Rocky, I'm here. And my mom, my name was Roxanne, and I had it changed to Nikki. And my mom and my Auntie Eva and my Grandma Rose used to call me Rocky. So when I heard Rocky, I'm here, I jumped up off that couch and I was like, okay, I got to rewind it and see if it was on the commercial.
Yeah.
But I couldn't rewind it because
Don't have the
any of the shows with commercials, you can't rewind.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent the next hour Google searching, are there Roomba type vacuum cleaners that frickin' talk? Turns out there is, and his name is Rocky. Scared the living bejesus out of me. I thought my mom or my grandma or my aunt was here going, Rocky, I'm here.
Well, I had to. Well, okay. So the past 2 days, Delilah come home from school. She goes upstairs, change, do her homework, talk to her friend on the phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, it's what? What? And I was like, what? Did you call my name? No. 5 minutes later.
Delilah's
What?
got a mimic.
And I'm like, I didn't call your name. It sounded like it, but I didn't.
Don't answer.
So we're going back and forth with this. And then last night, my whole dream, the whole night, was being in the room with Yaya when she was passing.
Oh.
And then I wake up 6:05.
Yeah.
Cannot go back to sleep. I hate that because my alarm does not go off until 6:30.
Mhm.
Do not wake me up early.
Yep.
Do not. 6:30 is early enough.
How about when it wakes you up exactly like 3 minutes before your alarm wakes up?
Oh, I
Mhm.
love that. I hate the sound of
It's
the
like-
alarm.
Fuck you. I'm going back to sleep for 3 minutes.
No, because that's the best sleep I get. That's why I set so many alarms and I set them early. Because that best sleep I get is that 15-minute interval between
The forbidden
alarms.
sleep
Yep.
between snoozes,
Yep.
snooze alarms.
And then all of a sudden I jump up and I'm like, "Ugh, I gotta go. I should have fell back to sleep.
Me every morning before work.
Yep.
My alarm will go off, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm awake. I turn it off.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm just gonna lay here with my eyes closed, give my brain a second to wake up.
Nope. You're
No.
asleep.
Then I get a text from Dad. Is everything okay?
Are you coming today?
Oh my god.
I'll say if I'm,
Yeah, traffic is horrible.
I say I don't have. If I'm home, I just usually yell at him.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a day like Sunday, the only day I get to sleep in is Sunday.
Yeah.
Only day,
Mm-hmm.
and I like treasure it.
Yeah.
And it's like I was just telling everyone, I was like, oh, Sunday's my sleep-in day. Mason gets up for work at 10. What does he do? Wakes me up to tell me he's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do? Look at him and go, why'd you wake me up for that? Are you going with me? No. Okay, bye. And then I'm in.
You should discuss that the night before.
I have about first of all about 3 alarms go off, and I have to wake up and go, Mason, your alarm. Oh, I'm so sorry. Gets up, gets ready, fall back asleep. Then he goes, I'm leaving. Okay, great, goodbye. Then my phone vibrates for about the next 2 hours. And Mason going, so what time are you coming out? You coming down today?